Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Spider-Man PS4 video, and today what we're going to be talking about is the possibility that a Spider-Man PS4 sequel has been confirmed to be in development based on some teases from Insomniac Games and Marvel Games. Now before we get into everything, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if you could leave a like rating on the video as it shows your support, and I'd really appreciate it. So if you could leave a like, that would be awesome. And with that said, well, let's just jump right into this. So here's the thing, the Spider-Man sequel probably is currently in development. The thing is, when it comes to games as opposed to movies, when sequels or even just games in general get greenlit, that stuff usually doesn't get announced to the public like it does with films. You know, when a film gets greenlit, especially in the superhero world, that stuff gets announced to the public like right away. We already know that that stuff is happening. But when it comes to the gaming side of things, that stuff is kept very private until the game is ready to be revealed in some capacity with a trailer. So Spider-Man 2, if we're going to call it that, is almost guaranteed in development right now. They just aren't ready to announce anything. But there are some teases out there through some tweets coming from Brian Intihar and Eric Monticelli, who works over at Marvel Games. So let's get into that. Just close to a week ago, we got a tweet here from Eric Monticelli. He works over at Marvel Games. He is the director of production at Marvel Games, and he tweeted out saying this: "Today started off kind of meh, but I just read something that was super exciting. Gonna be a good few years ahead. Hashtag secrets." So what could that mean? Well, I think we all kind of know what that probably means, but to really give us the go-ahead and the confirmation on this, the following day, Brian Intihar tweeted out himself, and he said, "Few things are more nerve-wracking than sharing your first story draft to others," with a gif of Jordan Peele sweating from a skit. I believe that's from Key and Peele. It's really funny, but overall, that definitely confirms, or it most likely confirms, that this is a draft probably for the Spider-Man sequel that was sent to a bunch of people at Marvel Games, probably at Insomniac as well, and everyone's kind of reading what is the first draft for the story of this game. And if these tweets are indeed for the Spider-Man PS4 sequel like they seem to be, then that's really exciting news, because that means that the development has already begun. You know, they've gotten the green light to start working on this game a lot sooner than I expected. You know, just after the end of Spider-Man PS4's development, they got the go-ahead to start working on the sequel. And that is, of course, with the assumption that that is what these tweets are relating to. But I mean, either way, there's no chance in hell that Spider-Man PS4 isn't going to get a sequel, especially from Insomniac. It seems like they're all die-hard Spider-Man fans. They loved working on this game, so why wouldn't Marvel Games want them to be the ones to work on a sequel and to get that fast-tracked? You know, not to the point where they're rushing it, but to the point where, hey, let's just get to work on this right away. You know, let's not waste any more time here. Let's start working on this now while it's still all fresh in our minds. So that's really exciting. And of course, the sequel is probably going to have something to do with Venom and the symbiote. We saw that huge tease at the end of Spider-Man PS4, you know, the post-credit scene, Norman Osborn walking into that chamber and he sees his son in that tank, you know, that green tank with the symbiote surrounding him. So it looks like the symbiote is kind of what's keeping him alive right now, and it's probably going to fully bond with Harry Osborn, making him Venom, and then that's how we'll lead in to the second game. And oh man, if that is the case, the sequel is gonna be nuts. And then of course, on top of that, you know, we have Miles Morales being Spider-Man as well. Is there gonna be some sort of co-op feature? Are we gonna be able to play as both of them in the same environment, kind of similar to what you could do in Batman Arkham Knight when you have Nightwing or Robin jump into a combat scenario? Oh my goodness, that would be so much fun. But of course, I should reiterate once again that this doesn't mean that the game is coming out like really soon or anything. It's probably not going to come out for, at the very least, 2 years, but that's being pretty generous. So I think we're a long ways away, especially considering if these tweets are related to the Spider-Man PS4 sequel, then that means they're only sending in the first story draft for the game. They haven't even fully formulated a script for the game, so they're definitely not at the point where they're ready to show something off like at this year's E3 or something. And even so, PlayStation is skipping out on E3 this year, so don't expect any sort of announcement this year whatsoever on a sequel for Spider-Man PS4. It may be teased, you know, more of these tweets may come, but don't expect anything official, not for a little while. But when we do get something official, when a trailer comes out or when this game is revealed in some capacity, you can definitely expect that we're going to be covering it right here on this channel. And with that said, I now kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section below. Do you think that those tweets are relating to a sequel to Spider-Man PS4? And what excites you most about this sequel for the game? Are you excited for Venom, the symbiote suit, Miles Morales as Spider-Man? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. And of course, I'm Caboose. And if you could leave a like rating on the video, it shows your support and I would really appreciate it. And you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.